Hello, everyone. Um, I wanted today to come on and make what I think is going to be a fun little tiny journal. It's just going to be a little journal. It's a little book. Um, I got these. These are butterfly die cuts. Let's see if you can read here. You can read this one. It says butterfly die cuts. I got these at the Dollar Tree for $1 per package, and in each package there are two great big matching butterflies, and I decided that I wanted to come on and with these great big butterflies, see there's two that match. Oops, let me see here. There's two that match. I wanted to make a journal, a little tiny journal. So first, we have to have pages that'll go in there because I decided I wanted it to be butterfly shaped. And this particular one and the my coffee dyed paper just seemed to go together. And just so you know, this is like stenciled coffee dyed paper. And I will try to remember to put a link right up there to how I make these papers. The first thing I did, though, was to take one of these butterflies, and on some of my coffee dyed paper, I guess I forgot to get out a pencil. That does not have, does it? Oh, is there a pencil? That's not a pencil. Well, I guess you'll be able to see this one, that's for sure. Let's see what we got right there. Now that one's too dull. We're just going to use this one. Okay. So the first thing I did was to sit and take my butterfly and draw around it. Just so happens these pieces of paper, I could fit 3 butterflies if I just laid them like that. So I only need one more page. I just wanted to show you. I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me cut all these out, but I did have to cut them out by hand due to the fact that I wanted them all the same shape. Next, I inked them. And I inked them all because, one, I didn't have to worry about the pencil line. It's gone under the ink. And 2, because, you know, when you have coffee dyed paper, inking it makes it pretty. And I did, because of the way this little journal is going to work, I did ink both sides of the paper. And through the magic of television, voila, we have about, I think there's about 14 butterflies in here. Okay, so we now have a nice little stack of pages, and I do not know whether I tore it or whether it was torn from the package, but one of these has a little tear in it. These die cuts are also kind of thin, so I had already decided that I was going to put them on some cardstock just to make it make them a little sturdier. I think we'll just do it this way. So I'm going to just take my art glitter glue and glue them on. Oh dear. Every so often it does that. It doesn't want to come out. There we go. Huh. There we go. Now you could do this with all of the tiny butterflies that are in there as well. I mean, you could make tiny, cute little tiny journals that would go into another journal. That would be adorable with some of those smaller die cuts. I just wanted to make this bigger one. We're just gonna, I'm just making the covers just a little bit beefier, especially on these bigger butterflies. Now on a tiny one, you probably wouldn't need to do it. Let's put our pin back in. Maybe it won't happen the second time. Now we're going to have to cut these out. And I could have put these on the front of another, you know, regular size rectangular or square journal, and they would be really cute. I just wanted to make a shaped journal. And the fun part of this is going to be that you'll flip it over probably to use the other pages. And yeah, I suppose you could also have just cut cardstock for the back. Of the journal. Just having the butterfly on the front, but I really wanted it both places, so Okay, now we have our pages, and I think there's about 13, 14, something like that, pages in here. And we have our butterflies for the front and the back. What I am going to do is I am going to, I guess I'm going to pause the video. Well, let's use something else. My little clippies have wandered off. I know where I left them. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to use some paper clips, because I don't want to pause the video. I want to just keep on rolling. And they don't line up exactly. I mean, surely you can see that, but they're close. And I'm happy with that. That's fine. And I'm just going to paper clip it all together in a couple of places. By paper clipping it all together, I'm going to be able to punch it all at the same time. Now, if you do not have a punch that will go through this whole thing, you may want to punch it in a couple of, layers. But I'm going to use my big bite. Just go right down and punch it all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to punch 3 holes. I'm going to punch there, there, and here. Well, 6 holes, because I'm going to punch 3 holes on each side of the body, thereby creating a binding for the right side and a binding for the left side, because when we turn it over, then it will have a right and a left side again. So I'm just going to take my big bite, and I have picked some places on the butterfly. I'm going to punch a hole right here below these. Let me see if I can. Right below this little gold spot, right here in the middle, and right down here. And I'm just going to punch it. I'm not going to mark it or. They didn't come all the way out. There we go. All right. And now we have to do the other side. So, actually, I'm going to use these holes to line up the other holes. Okay. Now, if the stuff doesn't come all out of your holes, you may need your pokey tool to get it all out. There we go. And see, if you can tell, I've got 6 holes in there now. And I have some lovely black oh, this is waxed linen. Let's see. That's about 9 inches worth of cording. I'm going to go around this bottom and up through the hole and down through the hole. So that if you can see this, I have one cord on each side and it's actually wrapped around the bottom. If that, let me bring you in a lot closer. Let's see if that will work. Oops, wrong way. I do that all the time. Okay. And I'll start over again so you can see it better. I have one on each side, and so I'm going to come from the back to the front and from the front to the back with it looped around the outside. Okay. By encasing this outside edge, it will just hold it just a little bit better. And then I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to put this one from the back to the front and this one from the front to the back. Kind of like a sewing machine stitch does. Trying to leave it where you can see it. There we go. All right. Then I'm going to come around the top edge of it right here. And I'm going to tie a knot right there at the top. Okay. Now I'm going to tie these together because what I thought is that they will look like cute little antennae. Should have given myself just a little more thread. Okay. Clip it off. Now I need to do that same thing. Front to back, back to front. With the loop going around the bottom right here. Okay. I hope that's making sense to y'all. If it doesn't make sense, please let me know in the comments below, and I will try to explain it. Now, we want the knot to sort of sit right here at the top, so it's easier for me to do it if it's standing up. See here, right there. Come on. Let's see if we can get them about the same length. Now, we have our fun, cute little journal that when we fold it back, see, we have our pages right here on this side. Okay, but then when we flip it over, we have another set of pages on this side. I'm going to back you out so you can see that a little better. See here? And you've got all these pages. Now you can write on both sides, don't get me wrong, but see, it opens like that. And then when you flip it over, it opens like this. And what I did with my papers is I have one paper that is sort of stenciled, and then one that's plain, and then a stenciled and a plain. Now that's just a cute little thing made with these Dollar Tree die cuts. And there's a whole lot of, okay, this is the package I took the giant ones out of, and there's a whole lot left in there that you could do other things with. There are some smaller butterflies that, like I said, these butterflies would be fabulous to do a little journal like this and then tuck it into another journal. Even this one would tuck into a journal. So this is just a cute little butterfly shaped journal done with these die cuts. And they were so pretty, and you could even decorate this if you wanted to. I'm not going to because I used the fancy papers, but I just thought that I would give you some ideas to do with some of these other, some of these die cut butterflies. Anyways, guys, that's my video for today. I hope you'd enjoyed it. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it. That's, you know, the only way that I know that you really liked it. Comment, share it, like it, something. Then I know that I'm on the right track for videos. I'm going to read you a quote from our 1001 Ways to Creativity and find out what's next. This is interesting. There are only two ways of telling the complete truth: anonymously and posthumously. Thomas Sowell. I may have read that one before. I don't remember. Okay, anyways, guys, go have fun. Make some art. Bye-bye.